Hello. I have another. I have my setup so I can listen to myself. That's kind of annoying, but maybe I can do something about that later. This will be. Uh, that's annoying. I'm just gonna go turn the sound off. I'm gonna play something for you to enjoy while I'm. Oh, this is annoying hearing myself in the background. I'll be right back. Enjoy this one.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
So there.
Everybody has.
The judge is like, the hell did you just?
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
So there.
Everybody has.
The judge is like, the hell did you just?
It's still great. Morning. Let's go, Brandon. You have to tell Jung Min, Shelly. She gave me the idea for the stream name. I couldn't really think about anything this morning, so she made it baking raw. I'm not sure it's gonna stick. Someone had the naked baker. No one wants to see that, so we'll see how it goes. It's the first time I try to do this live on camera without someone else talking, so I really hope this is working. If not, well, at least I'll have cake in the end of this. Hey, reindeer. It's just take your day and do whatever you have to do. It's fine that you just stop by. What? Lady hands? No. Good morning, one blessed Nana. Hey, Sarah P. It's hey, Josie. Yeah, you're a muffin top. You're one of my favorite muffin tops. Well, if you hear yourself with a 10-second delay, it's kind of annoying. All the hatred from the morning. Good morning, Chris. Hey, Kim. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's I found that video online. I'm not great at. Have you ever seen one of my streams? I can't make anything correctly, so I had to steal it from someone else. No, I didn't steal it. It's allowed to be used by others. I have to preference that so no one goes around and copyright strikes me. Hey, Jay Leapgod. Still in here? Dylan, go back to your own stream. I'm gonna stream snipe you if everything goes wrong in my stream. So everyone, go check out the alternate corner. Dylan is covering the good friend murder case or whatever it's called. They're into closing arguments today. So I had reasonable doubt yesterday, and then he did the thing you should never do: try to be smarter than the police and talk on tape. And that guy could possibly put himself in prison, but the medical examiner did a pretty good job of raising reasonable doubt. I was kind of hoping that I had either Mo or Jamie, but those two ladies are too popular to hang out with me. So now they're hanging out with Nick and Dylan. So I'll figure something out because there will be some moving around. I will be transitioning today a lot of times. It's the thing you have to do in 2023. So I'll be moving stuff around, trying my setup with. I have my laptop in the kitchen and I have to move it to another table. So everything will be the normal cluster mess you come to love and appreciate by the baker. But I thought, well, my stupid case I was supposed to start yesterday got delayed. It looks like it's going live tomorrow, and we'll see about that because, yeah, things have changed before. But then I thought, well, I could do a little easy cake. Maybe if any of you are sitting at home and thinking, well, when the kids get back from school, or when the hubby get back from work, or when my wife is coming home, I could make her a little cake. It's a super easy cake. It's a Danish cake. We used to eat it maybe a lot more back in the day, but it's just 3 simple ingredients: a pot, an oven, and if you're feeling frisky, a little bit of chocolate in the end. Ladies, I know we have to watch our figure, but sometimes we have to go all in. So I thought, well, we can make some kokosmakroner, as we call it in Danish, or coconut macaroons. It doesn't translate, but it's a great little cake if you have a cup of coffee, sitting around watching television or something. It's a great cake to have, and it's super easy. Even I know how to make it. So go into your pantry. If you can find some coconut flakes, some sugar, some egg whites, then you're good to go. Then even I can probably teach you how to make it. Good morning, salty dog. Hej, Vejnesår. Og så kan du jo måske hjælpe med at lave kage, hvis jeg ikke kan finde ud af det. Yeah, please like the sleigh and whatever the thing. It's too early to be... Nope, Søren. Nope. You too. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not great. Kids coming home at 10. That's they just had like 6 weeks of vacation. You kind of thought they had figured it out, getting kids back to school. It's not like they haven't done it before. Jay Liebgott, I could possibly make some chocolate boller at some time, but the problem is dough that needs to rise. It takes a lot of time, and if I don't have a co-host who can fill the void when I walk around, I'll have to figure something out. I saw something over at Shishi Wisnuts that I'm gonna incorporate maybe in this stream or maybe in some other streams, because there's a lot of waiting time when you're making bread. You have to let the dough rise for about an hour. So, and I'm not that interesting. I can't talk for an hour, even though Sean probably says I do it all the time. But if this goes okay and I figure out how to set up everything and the camera feeds are working, we can look into making something else. But today it's just an easy beginner cake. Everyone can do this, even Søren. Normally, I don't have high hopes for Søren making anything without destroying it completely, but even this cake Søren could make. Good morning, Just Dawn. I understand why the parents aren't happy with kids coming home at 10. That's just annoying. Or maybe I could send a link to EU, but she's probably watching the trial over at Nick's. She knows how to talk when I'm walking around. So I don't know. Are you still here, EU? Could you fill the gap for some time while I go to the kitchen and stuff like that? No, I saw that Sarah Boone had a letter to the judge at the hearing, but what's in it I haven't seen. I haven't really covered her letters. That's Mo that's covering those. Hey, Jenny B. You want a link and fill the void while I'm off camera? You can talk about how Australia lost 2 wars against birds, a species that's not even real, as Australia is not a real country, but still 2 wars against the emus. Yeah. Every time they try to fix a problem, they always make it worse. Talk nice about Søren. Of course she did. Yeah, she complained a lot about her lawyers not being in contact with her. But again, if he's working on the cases, he's just being annoying. Yeah, of course she has the right to talk to her lawyer, but he has the right to say, "Well, I'm working on this." She seems like quite a handful. I'm just hoping and praying to God that she's going pro se. That would be the biggest mess in a courtroom. Daryl Brooks would watch that and say, "God, something." I'm glad I wasn't that annoying, because when she did the interview with the police, that was the way she started yelling intentionally when they said that she locked him into the suitcase. Uh, that Yeah, she's all kinds of stupid. Sorry to say that, but probably because she's been drinking heavy for some time, so that could hinder you making smart choices, I would think. But I'll have to look into that. It's more Mo and David who has been covering the Sarah Boone case. I just watched the interrogation and the first officer who talked to her. So we'll see what happens. If you can find find a suitcase that's big enough, I would do it. And Sal, I can see you have sent me a link. I'll check it out. Not on this stream, because today this will be a baker stream. It's I'll go back to my roots, try to make a little bit of a cake. And again, everyone, it's super easy. All you need is 4 ingredients. So if you have it in the pantry, I even wrote it down, probably wrong and everything, but it's just this: 4 egg whites, 175 grams of sugar, and 200 grams of coconut flakes, and a bit of dark chocolate for the decoration. It's so easy, even Søren could make this. So go look in your pantry. Maybe you have those things, and then we can enjoy ourselves. Everything is always crime, 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 bad stuff, bad stuff, bad stuff. So sometimes we need a little bit of a sweet thing to get through the day. And I'm making a quite a bigger batch, but I hope I have some friends who would eat my cake. So yeah. Bu- 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 bu. Yeah, but they had to know that before they started the plan. It's just so stupid. Why not try some dry runs? It's stupid. Hey, Jamie. Son, guess who's not getting any kokosmakroner? You normally like all kinds of cake, but this is not great enough for you. I'm sorry. I try to be a nice guy, but you make it really hard. And I'm not tasteless. Just don't like a lot of things. Yeah, Sal is going to get the documents. Well, if I'm trying to get out of prison, I would search Prison Break, and if that's the first company that comes up, I would use that one. That's yeah. I tried to do that one, and there's a converter on Google, but we really don't use those measurements. So it was kind of like 3/4 of a cup, stuff like that. Hey, Miami Spice. I could probably look into it if I wasn't that. I'm just 2 seconds. I'll write it down and then I'll figure it out. because I'm only here to help people. Boom, 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 boom. Play a little waiting music. Doom, 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 doom. 4 egg whites is 4 egg whites, so I don't have to figure that one out. And then I have to go Google that. Boom, boom, boom. So it's what? It's 0.88 cups of sugar. That's a stupid measurement. And about 1 cup of, I think 1 cup of coconut flakes. No, that's desiccated coconut. I think it's the same. 200 grams of dry shredded coconut is 2.75 cups, or 2.8178 cups. Americans, get with the metric system. It makes it easier for me. I'm not that smart. Hello, I excited. Thank you for showing up.
Hello.
Yeah, it's kind of when I have
It's
to
really
do the
nighttime
transition.
here.
Yeah, and it's
Hang on.
afternoon time
And
here,
I've
yeah,
got some audio now.
and you can hear something now.
I can hear you, and can you hear me?
Everything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josie, you only need 3 ingredients: egg whites, coconut flakes or desiccated coconuts. I don't know what you call it. Americans are weird. And then some sugar. I will show it because now I have someone who can sit here and do all the talking part while I run into the kitchen and set up my other PC there. And then I can show you what I'm talking about when I say stuff. Do you think you have something you can fill the air with?
Myself. I can try. My internet's a little bit
Yeah, you're a bit
AI
wonky.
choppy at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit wonky. Yeah, it must be because I'm in a land that doesn't exist. That must be it. However,
Yeah, you have no
I
internet.
will do my best.
Yeah.
I have kind of no internet. Yes, something like that. Yeah, but I will make do. And I can't even see chat right now. Can you hold on 2 seconds?
I can hold on 3 if you need me to. And just
Oh,
on,
thank
yeah,
you.
but I know that you once made a satellite who that burned up because some of you made the measurements in metric system, the other one made it in inches. So
Who did? I did?
no, the Americans they tried to build a satellite
Oh.
once, and because they didn't, now NASA has made metric system the one system, because before they have to translate everything between inches and centimeters. So that fell down. Good morning, C-Swip. Yes, this is a live baking stream. I think someone banned the word "someone is cute." I just tried to write it in the chat and I got an error message. So
Someone banned it. We can't.
I don't know if they banned it, but you can,
Butte.
because I tried to write it and I got an error. It could be the YouTube error messing up, as we have seen, but hopefully, yeah. Wolfstrom, we could be taking breakfast orders, but this is kind of a sweet cake, so I'm not sure it's gonna be. I'm not really great at making pancakes and stuff like that. A Mars probe, yeah, probably. Yeah, it's not you, son.
Not you. It might be. I don't know. I've never seen Soren.
Well, I was about as desperate that I would write him and ask if he could. He didn't need to be on camera. I don't want to get yeeted from the internet. Believe me, if you seen him live, we would be thrown off. But just to hear his stupid voice, so people would think, what?
I think he's super. I think he's probably super handsome and super entertaining, and you just don't want to see him.
Yeah, you don't know him. That's I know that. I've known
We
him
like his
for
own.
I've known him for way too long.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. So what are you going to be doing? You're going to be going to what, the kitchen and baking in there? Is that right?
I'll be jumping over to this setup and then
See.
popping in some earbuds so I can talk through that mic, and then I'm gonna remove that because then I got feedback from my mic that picks it up out in the kitchen, and
We could hear it just a little.
yeah, but it's two rooms over. But that's a great mic. But I'll be over there talking a bit. I'll take me off screen with this
Mhm.
one and go on the other. We'll figure something out. So yeah,
So you can hear and still talk in there, is that right?
hopefully I could when I did a test run yesterday.
We'll try.
So but
Okay.
this is the first ever live baking stream with all my setups. So we hope it works, because then I can do more baker streams if people like those. Or we'll go back to covering
Okay.
something boring again. But I'm gonna jump off this to remove this from, and then I'll be coming back.
I really hope this works. Yeah, because otherwise I'm just here, like, running your channel.
Well, then you can sing a
I
song
could say
or
anything.
talk about the emus. I know you people have a problem with those.
We do have massive immune problems. Actually, just birds in general. They poo all over everything.
Well, I'm more
but
thinking
sure.
about your army not strong enough to defeat the emus.
Yeah, well, like we're coming up with new tactics all the time. To try
Yeah,
and
maybe
overcome
next
the
time you'll
emu
use 3
problem.
guys instead of 2.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm jumping off. Chat, entertain EU while I'm running to the kitchen trying to set things up
Yeah.
and putting some earbuds in. And EU, entertain chat.
Yeah, you guys
Not
entertain
Søren.
me. Okay, I'll try.
Everyone else
not
but
Søren.
Søren.
Yeah. Everyone else. Okay, cool. All right, it's just me. So, hello. I have never done this on my own before. So you guys have to be really, really patient with me. And I was actually in bed, would you believe? I suppose you would believe it, because it is here 11:23 p.m. at night. And I was watching Nick, and then I switched over to see what Baker was doing. And I'm not going to call it Struggle Town, but he was a little bit like, there's no one here, and how am I going to go and bake in the other room? And I was like, in chat, and then he goes, EU, would you like to come over here? I'm like, I'll come over and save Baker, save him from having a black screen of death and people going boomer, like me. I was the first one to say boomer, by the way, so I'm really sorry that yeah, I was first. Okay, so questions. Oh, hey, Miami Spice, welcome. Who else is here? I can't actually put any chats up on screen because, you know, it's not my channel. But I can still read them out. Sea Swept is here. Yeah, you're so cute. You're so cute. Apparently not allowed to say cute anymore. Well, Baker tried to type cute in and it didn't work. I don't know. Maybe it's his auto correct. But he's cute. You're cute. I'm cute. We're all cute. AC, Sal has the documents. Does he? He ordered the documents. I don't think he's actually received the documents yet. He's ordered some of the documents. So I think he's ordered just like a little sampling of the documents to see if there's any sort of salacious, egregious, and outrageous pictures or bits of information in there. Salacious, outrageous, egregious. I'm shocked and chagrined. Yes.
Now it's the question if anyone can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Can everyone else hear?
I have to turn this
Can
down
everyone else-
because
Cat,
it's
can you guys hear
so
Baker?
loud. Yes. Well,
yeah, cool.
first of all, coconut shavings or whatever you call it, we call it coconut flour. And you just dump that into a pot. This is not the recipe. I'm making a bigger portion. Then you take your sugar, white sugar, normal sugar, whatever you call it. Mixy. And of course, some egg whites. I have 7 egg whites here, so I'm gonna make a big batch.
Hang on. Have you already got egg whites in a...
It's
What is that?
because they're pasteurized. So it's only egg whites in this, because then they're heat treated, so you don't get salmonella.
Oh, I don't want that.
And then you put it on the stove. You can see all my things lined up. Medium heat.
Well, I don't want to see all your things. I think some of the ladies want to see all your things, but not me.
Well,
We'll leave that alone.
we're going to keep this a PG thing. And then
We do.
and then that now is why I need someone to keep an eye on chat and stuff like that, because now I have to heat
Yeah, we
this
do.
to
Like,
a medium heat or lukewarm
chat
or
can be really naughty.
hand
Keep in line.
hand warm. Kind of like when you have to feed a baby when you put the milk to see if the bottle is good enough. It's kind of like that heat you need in it, just to give it a little
Sure.
toast to bring out the
Hey,
coconut flavor.
speaking of toast, have you got your laptop on the cook plate?
Yeah, I have it close to it. I'm gonna move it over. It's because I have a
That's
really,
probably
really,
not a good idea.
Have you met me?
Yeah. No,
I'm really
Not in
not
real
that
life.
smart.
no.
No, but
Yeah.
you've
So
seen
that's what
me,
Soren said. So here's the other thing,
don't-
right? Like, you're actually a real professional cook, correct?
No. I'm a real
Oh, okay.
educated baker. I
Okay, well,
did my
whatever,
apprentice.
same
That's like saying an Aussie and a New Zealander is the same thing.
thing. You all think we're the same, so.
Yeah, but
Okay, well, why I ask is because don't people who are trained in like cookery, like, they really prefer a gas cooktop?
you use it more in the professional settings, but I really don't have that. And again, I'm not a chef. I don't really make food. My cooking is really bad, but I just use it for this. And again, this is at my home. I don't have a lot of money to make my own little bakery in my home. If I have the money, I would make a better setup. But if people like this one, maybe I will look into trying to improve the lighting and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I just got this idea yesterday, so it is as everything else.
We need to put your PayPal up, I think. And there needs to be
Yeah.
donations for your
Well,
studio
I don't have a
kitchen.
I don't have a PayPal. So
You do? You got something, don't you? Really?
I don't,
just
yeah,
set mine up.
I don't have anything because I have to figure out the Danish tax system and stuff like that before I do anything like that. Because
But we love the government.
as a socialist country, we do love the government. They only do it because they love us.
Yeah, true. Okay, so Jay Leibot, I don't think I know you. Welcome. My other uncle was a Danish baker. Are you actually Danish?
No, he has Danish family, but I think with Liebgott, that's probably either a Jewish or German name, because it kind of means loved by God.
Loved by God. Very nice. Very nice.
Kind of. You wouldn't write it. In German, it's Lieber Gott or love God. It's kind of like that. And Chris Mullen, a baker and a cook is very, very different because you have what's called pastry chefs, the ones who make all the fancy cake, and then you have a normal chef who works in the kitchen, a cook, and then we bakers are really proud of we can do all the bread and all the cakes, and we are really not everything I make is rustic, as I call it, because I'm not making anything fancy.
Rustic. So
But-
yeah, that sort of describes the look of it as well, doesn't it? So the way it's presented has a kind of rough
Yeah.
kind of look to it, correct?
It's I'm more about making it tasty. I watched that show on, I think it was Discovery or TLC sometime, with the guy from New Jersey, I believe he was, and it was just dry cake that was made to look good. I would rather make a super cake that looked bad.
A super cake, like with a cape,
Yep.
and
But if you
and the jocks on the outside.
If you're making a wedding cake, for example, I would rather make a super tasty wedding cake that might not have all the fluffy filigrines and all the chocolate and all the marzipan, but you have a great tasting cake. When I made my own wedding cake, I spent a lot of time making all the fundamental things in the cake, and then I just put on some of course some nice things, but I'm not I can't do anything squiggly. You have seen me drawing. It's not a good idea. So I used to
Yes, I've seen your drawing. Yes.
yeah, and I like that the things taste good, not that they look good.
Fair. Fair.
If we can
Bit
accomplish
of both
both,
for me.
yeah, I'm happy, but I don't like the fancy ones where they just take a dry sponge cake and put everything on top of it. It's kind of like
Can't be dry.
getting Botox and some plastic in your chest. Then it doesn't make you a better woman.
It sure doesn't. You can't polish what we say here in Australia. You can't polish a turd.
No,
Yeah.
and
No.
again,
You could try
you
and
can
polish
put
it.
lipstick-
It's not going to do any good.
you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Just a thing.
So that's my idea about baking. But this is, again, for anyone that at home who's trying to make this at some point, even if you're on the rewatch crew and try to figure out how to do it, it's just super easy. You just have to get it heated a bit so it's kind of like the same temperature as your skin, just because then you bring out the flavor in the coconut. And after that, we'll go and put it on the baking trays and pop it in the oven. But this is super easy. Anyone can make this. Not Søren, but anyone else. Any normal person can
Søren.
make this.
So I started to just try and type out the instructions in chat, but then I was like, step 1, got nowhere. And I started thinking
What?
about Dick in a box, basically.
I
So-
think I even, if I might, because I was really busy this morning. Come on, it's hard to do when it's a touchpad. I'm making all the mistakes right now. This one.
So
I
you do
even
know about
put-
Dick in a box, don't you?
Oh, this is for baking it. Oh, that's not the right. What is this? Yeah, that's the one. That's the how to do it.
Okay,
So you
so,
just put
so
it-
this sorry, go on.
Yeah, this is how you do it. You just put it all in a pot, heat it till it's hand warm, and then we get into the hand warm doesn't mean what you believe it means. And then we're gonna go get really sticky fingers.
Oh, okay, so what I was going to say was, if you're not familiar with the Dick in a Box song, it goes.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah,
Oh, you
Lonely
do,
Island.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lonely Island's the best. It's just there's
It was back
there's
when,
3 songs that are great. It was a long time ago.
It was back when.
2000.
Yeah, but it was back when the SNL was funny.
Yeah, and Justin Timberlake was on it. Well, he was on it
Yeah.
for those songs. Yeah.
Chris Mullen, how long on the stovetop? That's why I'm putting my finger into it all the time, because I have to feel it when it's kind of like if you have a baby and you try to test the milk on your wrist. It's kind of like that heat, not too hot. It's as I said, hand warm. You can still touch it and work with it. And I'm actually kind of just gonna give it a good stir around now, because it got hot, and then we're just gonna make all the heat go into all of this. I don't know what you would call it. Isn't a dough. It's kind of a substance. I don't know what you would. I don't know what we call things in English. I should probably have listened when I had English in baking school, but who know that 25 years later I would be standing on YouTube and trying to make Danish coconut macaroons for people all over the world, along with a friendly Aussie.
I'm fairly friendly. Unless, like, you start me talking about, I don't know, Brian Koberger right now. I'm so mad. It's like, seriously, are they going to hand over that genealogy stuff to him or not? I'm so mad. Like, really, what's going on? How many times do I have to ask? Rant time.
How many times have we watched trials go down the drain because the state made funny things?
Oh, funny. It would be funny if you weren't getting thrown in jail for nothing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It would be hilarious, wouldn't it? You know, like, goodness me. He's got bushy eyebrows and he doesn't anything with his mouth like that. He must be guilty.
That's the big
Dear
problem.
me.
If you look guilty, you are guilty.
Wow.
Okay, a batter. Well, we call it a coconut batter from now on. So, but that was all the preparation I needed. That's how easy it is to make these. You just have to cook it up so it's kind of lukewarm, hand warm, so you can feel it with your fingers. And now we're going to do all the messy part. And
You're fingering that thing. Goodness.
I'm fingering that thing, I know exactly how it should feel. But when I'm gonna move all of this to another table, so there will be a little downtime again. But you could bring some cold water to put on your finger so it doesn't stick as much. I like to make a mess, so I'm gonna be all the sticky. But I'm gonna jump off screen. You're gonna entertain people again, and then no mess. You don't put spices in this. Coconut is its own spice. I can put it some
Coconut is
if
very
you like.
flavorful.
Yeah, you can put some vanilla into it, and I've seen crazy people put a licorice in them, but I don't like that. I like an honest cake that just tastes of the ingredients. You don't have to mask it if it's great ingredients. And again, about 50% of this is sugar, so
Hey, cool
it's
frog.
gonna taste good. Hey, cool frog. Good morning. So I'm gonna leave you to DJ the whole set. I know you're a DJ, so you can just.
I am a DJ,
you can't play any
I
music,
don't have
but
my
you
stuff
can
out.
sing. So I'm gonna
Okay,
move
I'm not a
everything
singer.
again and try to set up. So you have the
Okay.
con.
I do. Okay, and I could completely derail this whole thing right now, but should I? Coconut is actually one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite flavors. Sea swept. Hello. I'm missing Baker fingering sticky things. Damn it, listening in the background but can't chat. Why? See, what are you doing? Why? Like, you're usually all over it. Like, you're best in chat. I've been calling you best in chat all week. Get in here, for goodness sake. And you're cute too. And you usually live. Cinnamon, and you can call them Christmas. What? Sorry, Matt? Christmas cocoa. Did you put that in there just so I'd say it? Matt? That's naughty. Okay, I'm going to try again. Christmas stop. Okay. Yep. When Baker gets back, he can tell me whether or not I pronounced that correctly. I think I probably did, actually. So at Christmas, you have cock stop. Okay. The kids are usually out and about at Christmas time. Chris Mullen asked me earlier what city. I thought, what city? Yeah, what city I'm in. And Chris, you never told me, actually. So I told you that I'm in Brizzy, which is what we call Brisbane, because we can't say anything, right? Where are you, Miss Chris Mullen? I would expect you one of the only two other cities that count, which is Melbourne and Sydney. And notice that I didn't mention our country's fine capital because it doesn't exist either. EU. I may have misspelled it just to complete the confusion, is what Mads said. Misspelled it to complete the confusion. And you did it so I'd say cockstop, Mads. Thanks a lot. Yes, I forgot to add other cities, Chris. Yes, you did, because they don't count. We both know it, right? So we can pretend that the other cities exist. But when we say what's the time zone, we say one time zone, don't we? We don't say what the Adelaide time zone is. We certainly don't say what the Perth time zone is. We don't even know what any of the other time zones are because they don't count.
And now
hey.
to the easy part. Now you just take the batter and make it into the size you like. I like it kind of like, maybe if you're making cookies, you make it kind of the same size as those. Put it on the baking tray and just make it into a kind of little top. What Mads was calling it was coconut tops. That's what they're known in Denmark. Coconut macaroons or coconut tops. And
Okay,
this is,
well, why did he write it like cockstop?
Because you're reading it wrong. Kokos. Coconut is kokos.
I'm reading it wrong. There was no N in there.
No.
There was no N to make coconut.
No, but it's because it's kokos.
Mm-hmm.
We have a really funny joke about because in Danish it sounds kind of like the lady part is known as a. I'm not sure. No, we've not been here for 2 hours yet. But it's kind of like we pronounce it kind of the same way. So we say it's the bull's favorite thing because it's in Danish. It could kind of sound like cow, kitty.
Oh, for goodness sake, just say it.
No, I can't say it. Pussy.
Oh, man, I get so confused. They're talking in code. I don't know what you mean. Can someone put it in chat, please? Do you guys understand what he's talking about?
The kitty is another word for the female part.
You can say that word.
Yeah, but in Danish, it's not a euphemism for a cat, so I couldn't put it in because then someone would get, and I got yelled at yesterday, 2 days ago. So I had to be better.
Oh, you did get yelled at a couple. Oh, you actually get yelled at. You got typed at.
Yeah, but I'm racist, so I didn't know that, but I found out.
Apparently, I am too.
But again, this is a super simple cake.
That's all right. But that was just
I'm keeping quiet.
Hang on, did you just call it a cake?
This is a cake.
That's a cake.
You'll
They're
see
little balls of things.
Yeah, but when you're finished baking it, because it's not finished yet, it has to go into the oven for 8 minutes. And then you have to.
It's like that. It's like a cake. A cake is not these other things.
This is kind of like a. Yeah, it's just something we call a cake. Let's agree to disagree. I only spent 4
Sure,
years
we-
apprenticing for a bakery, but
Okay, sure. It's kind of like people who are sort of like, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, and they own like a Canva.
yeah, or I'm a professional YouTuber.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, I'm a lawyer. I play one on YouTube.
You can't be a lawyer because that's a protected title. So
it is
you
a
have to say
protected
that
title,
you're
actually.
pre-law.
You have a license for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so you're pre-law.
Hey, did you hear that LawTube is now legally a thing in the US?
What?
Did you hear? LawTube, as in the term, has
Yeah.
been mentioned in the courts in New Jersey, and it's the civil case between Boot
The Nate and Boosie.
Nate, yeah, that
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that one. And it was described in everything as the group of lawyers who popularly stream on YouTube and give opinion based on, and their popularity is based on the strength of their ability. Yeah, so that's like the definition. You have to go have a look at actually Vices. Uncivil did a really good stream on it. Well, not particularly on that little piece, but on the case itself, and he did mention that. So very interesting. It's legally a thing.
Yeah, but then who can claim ownership to it?
No one. YouTube, maybe.
You have Emily D. Baker and Rackets. They started it, and none of them are hanging out with the crew that calls themselves the LawTube. That's the snake that calls herself the LawTube.
There's a video of Rackets saying that there should be no LawTube. It shouldn't exist. I don't want to be part of it.
Because he saw what was coming down the line. The second someone gets a little fame, they get a lot of annoying.
Yeah, true. It's a funny stream. I love it. It's very good.
But it's as I have found out, you don't have to be a really big channel to get a lot of drama. People just go around on the internet and try to start something. Well, that was that. That's easy.
I'm pretty sure a lot of the time it's just like, let's all just have a little discussion about what drama we're going to cause, and now let's just all play it out online and get everyone all upset about it. It's like, okay, so it's kind of like the mock trial that's happening. Like usually there's just mock drama that's happening.
Yeah, and
also
and people are,
it's not really.
yeah, Cool Frog, you're right. Rackets does not have never and will never claim it. As he said, I will never be part of a group, because the second you are tied into a group, you have to have laws. Because what if I have to have excited on to help me with this, and I'm getting angry because she's saying emus cheated in the war. Then I have to make a rule saying you can't mention emus. And she said, well, you always mentioned that the Swedes cheated in the war. And then we're ending up with we're having to ban each other, and I can't stream with you without you paying me and stuff like. All of this is I pay people in exposure. That's what I can do, because I don't make any money. I just try to make something fun so people can relax and have a fun stream. And
that's my
and
life as a graphic designer. Exposure. Would you like to do my work for free?
You still haven't done.
No,
mine.
you're absolutely right.
I have exposed you twice.
Oh my God, you've exposed me twice.
Yeah, this time today and on Saturday. I need a lawyer who can tell me how much you owe me now.
Do I need to pay you in graphics? Do I?
Well, or your own exposure. But everyone, that was the hard part. Not that way. This was the hard part. This was how long did this take? 30 minutes or something. You just put everything into a pot, heat it up, and then you're ready to go and put it in the oven. So I will be doing that, and then I'll be waiting, and then I'll melt some chocolate and stuff like that. But Excite is gonna be exposing herself right now, so she should pay
Oh,
me
no.
later. Yeah, Winosaur, the Swedes cheated the emus.
The emus, you know who won in the end? It was the quokkas. Has everyone seen the quokkas? If you have never seen a quokka, Google quokka right now. Right, just Google QUOKKA and go and have a good look at a quokka. It will make you feel happy. They are the happiest animal in the world, and little known as our best animal. We keep them secret. We only have them in a couple of little parts of the country. We have them down in South Australia and on this little island just off Perth called Rottnest Island. And if you go there, you like sunbathe and stuff like that, and the sun comes up in the west, which is unfortunately us on the east coast. We don't get to see the sunrise in the west in the afternoon. I would love to see the sunrise in the west just once with no land breaking over the sea. And yeah, there's these beautiful little animals, and the problem is that people want to get selfies taken with these animals because they're smiling. They smile, they go like that. They're so cute. But yeah, because of the fact that the tourists want to go and have selfies taken with the quokkas, they also feed them, and that's not good for them. So it's true. Winosaur. I've never seen you before. Hello, Winosaur. Is that how you say it? I suppose it would be because of dinosaur. The Swedes cheated the emus. That's so mean. Yeah, I agree. Even though I'm not a fan of emus, they can be quite aggressive. And I have been in their sights on several occasions, actually. That said, I'll stick up for my native animals. I heard it on the internet, thus it is true. Look, they say Australia's real. Could be true. Don't know. I could just be pretending to do this accent. I could. And I could be in West Florida. Apparently that's where I am. That's what people keep saying, that I'm in West Florida. I don't know if that is a good thing.
So now we just wait for 6 to 8 minutes. And
Not rises in the west, sorry, J-Leave God. I mean, sets in the west, in the afternoon.
well, it always sets in the west.
Yes, I know. But because I'm on the East Coast and most of us in Australia are on the East Coast, we never get to see it set in the west like they do on the West Coast, obviously. Right?
Oh, so over the water.
Look out. Over the water, exactly. So you can't like look out and see this beautiful sunset down over the water. And so that would be the number one only reason I ever want to go to Western Australia. Apart from that, it's poo.
How big is the population percentages east versus? It's kind of like 80% or something on the East Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, most of us are on the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Western Australia has most of our resources. So there's a lot of our coal and our gold and all that kind of thing. So they're kind of the richest part of the country because we can't really, like, we've thought about like sawing them off. Chainsawing the whole thing or putting up a big fence. Yeah, we kind of need them because we'd be pretty poor without them, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and Chris Mullen, I can bring that up. Yeah, we shouldn't diss other YouTubers. I'm sorry, but
No.
I know. Well, I talked about the snake, and she people like her, and they should go follow her if you like her. It's not my place to tell other people what they should like or not like. So that's a good idea. Don't slack on other people. I usually try to keep this kind of a friendly channel and try to help smaller creators get an outlet. I have been really promoting the channel from Fedorowski. He has a great channel. It's criminally underrated.
I've never been to Fed's channel.
You should go if you like nature. Fedorowski has a great channel. He makes great videos of the Norwegian countryside where he's riding around with his friend they're just talking, but they show off the great fjords and stuff like that in Norway. So if
Yeah, okay,
people
cool.
like nature, he has, and it's such a high production value. He is really a great editor. He's not on camera because I think he has a job where he works maybe for the government or something like that. So
Yeah.
he's not. Why didn't it pop?
That's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a really
Something
cool
he
guy,
likes.
and he makes some great videos.
Yeah.
And why didn't it? I'm subbed to him. Why don't it? Hello, have I become unsubbed again? I had a. There he is. I had a lot of unsubscription from
There's some
all the
weird things
chat.
going on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
Like there's, like I know that, for example, there was somebody I was talking to recently, and like there's no blocking going on between me and this person, but I can't see them sometimes. You know, like none, zero, and like sometimes they'll be in chat or something, and I just can't see them, and then they're there again.
Yeah,
You know?
and
It might be something to do with the whole all messages and live chat. That's something like that. It just doesn't refresh. But yeah, you sound a little bit glitchy.
yeah, but
I don't know if anyone else has noticed.
I had a lot of the error messages and a lot of all these things, but I just think that that Fed he makes a great product that if you like to watch calm, down to earth videos. I haven't put the sound
Wow.
on, but it's really high value what he's making, and
Yeah.
this is a kind of a gray one, but it shows off. Norway is such a beautiful place where you can, and he goes to all kinds of different places. Yeah, this is a building area, maybe not the most beautiful part, but just to see all these videos, he has some great videos about almost everything, where you can. I think this is some of the most amazing countryside I've ever seen.
Yep.
So now my oven
It's
is.
beautiful. And I love how all the colors are all matching throughout the different cuts. Like that's a color grading thing, and only people with a bit of cinematography training can make that kind of thing happen. Beautiful. Where is Fed? He should be here. And is Son still here? Hey, did I say that right? Son. I know Mo can't say it. I think I can say it. I'm pretty sure I can say it. Mads, where would we build a wall? Oh, you're talking about in Australia. Yeah, we were going to build a wall. That was during the whole pandemic.
Yeah,
Western Australia, we tried to keep them out. Go on.
But everyone should go and watch Fedorowski if they like nature, because we don't have things like that in Denmark. Our country
Why
has
not?
no
It's
mountains.
right next door, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just north
there.
of us. If it's over here.
Okay.
Sweden
Well, how can
is
the
here.
countryside be so different?
Because we are the part that washed into the water when the other were made. We are the fourth lowest country in the world.
That's sad.
No, it's fine, because then you don't have to ride up the hills all the time on your bike.
So it's also flat.
Yeah, we're the fourth lowest country. Holland and I think some of the Micronesia or something like that, and can't remember the third one, and then it's us, because I think our tallest point is
Right.
like 200 meters.
That's not very high, I suppose.
Nope.
So, yeah. Okay.
So we
Girls,
like to
yeah.
go where there's mountains. Chris, well, yeah, and I totally agree, but I know I shouldn't say something about other YouTubers, but because You like who you like, and I like who I like, and everyone should have the ability to like
I don't
everyone.
even
And
know
no
who
one,
you're talking about.
no, but it's it's a
I feel
female
really
lawyer
dumb
who.
now.
Well, she got. I don't know how much. She had more than she had videos with more than 1 million views. She's quite big on
Are we
YouTube.
talking about LB?
So LP.
LB?
Yeah, legal bites. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, I
Uh,
didn't know her first name. Okay, I didn't know her first name. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's why I'm
I don't
like,
get the
ugh.
old hate. And if someone hit someone with a copy strike and someone let it go,
let it
just
go.
blah 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 and go.
None of this
Hey
stuff
Beryl,
matters.
good morning. Josie is probably over watching one of the trial streams. 200 meters in freedom numbers. Mass is usually the one who do the he does the calculation for me. He's the smart one.
Freedom numbers. Really?
He lives close to Copenhagen. They have the big brains.
Makes zero sense to me. It's just like you work it out in hundreds.
Yeah.
And then thousands. It's very, very simple.
J. Liebgott. I think I have an idea what you're trying to say, but your spelling is kind of throwing me off. Yeah, can we build a snowman?
Does that apparently Matt said that, can you help me pronounce Soren? I thought that was right.
Søren.
Son.
You have to eat the rest of the word. In Danish, you kind of emphasizes some parts of the word and just mumble the rest. Søren. And Mads would probably call him Søren, but where I live, we don't put the pressure in the same place. So we have 5.5 million people, and each of us have our own funny accent.
Okay, so therefore I wasn't really wrong.
Farrell, it's because you shouldn't be sleeping in all my streams. Some streams you should show up to.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Farrell, you should be
I can smell the oven.
once. I hope that's what it can smell. Josie tagged me to a stream she's not even watching. Well, maybe she thought it was like good value, possibly just because I'm here. Jack Mihov, hello, I don't know you either. If it wasn't those dead pirates that stole the weights that were meant for the US, we'd be measuring things in base 10 too, but we're stuck with base 12 instead. Okay, so are you trying? Okay, pirates suck, by the way. Unless like they're the really like hot, sexy kind. Right, so yeah, sure, it's the pirates' fault. You can blame pirates, that's cool. As far as I'm concerned, I have no idea what a pound or a Fahrenheit or an inch or any of those things mean whatsoever. Everything's very simple to me. It's in tens and hundreds and thousands. Done. Simple.
So this is the finished product. So now they're just golden brown, and you just let them stand and cool off, and then you coat the bottom with chocolate. Right now they're too soft to move around, so I just let them stand and cool off, and then they get yummy, and you coat the buttons in chocolate. I know Søren likes a chocolate covered button, and then you'll eat them to your cup of coffee. So this is how easy it is. In less than an hour, we made a lot of cakes. So everyone could do this.
They're not cakes. They're little macaroons or something.
Well, I don't complain about how you call things. So it's a cake in Denmark.
Sure. Okay. Fine. It's a cake. Facts not evidence. As far as I'm concerned, that ain't a cake. A cake is a round thing. You cut and you see the layers.
That's just yeah. I'm not
Yes, Chris. Coconut drops.
This channel today.
Look,
We,
you
we
let
would
me
call
on
this
here.
a cake. We call this a cake.
Okay, sure. Call it a cake. Coconut drop, but call it a cake.
I'm getting so creative. I'm like a graphic designer. Look how nice and tasty, tasty.
They do look good. Not
And
burnt or
again,
anything. I would completely burn that.
well, just have to take it out of the oven. Remember that you put it in so you can take it out. And they had like 10 minutes in the oven. So everyone can do this at home. If you need to go and make a little something in the afternoon, most people make pancakes, but you can make this just as fast as you can make pancakes. And it's coconut goodness. So everyone should enjoy these.
It's an afternoon delight.
Well, and the good thing is you just put it in the cake tin, and then they're gonna last for a long time.
Okay. How long do you think? He's gone. He just bailed on me. That's nice, hey? Was it because I was saying it was not cake? Is that what it's about? That's probably what it's about.
What? But
He's very annoyed that I think it's not cake.
yeah, it's because it's hatred against the Danes. I think it's racist to say my cakes are not cakes.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No,
You know what?
it's
I'm whiter than you, and you're Canadian. It's really scary.
well, I have the yellow light setting, and we had 1 week of summer in Denmark, so yeah. And
I
how
like your
long?
son.
Yeah. Would you ask how long they will last? If you keep them airtight, they can last for a good long time. As Chris Mullen says, there's a lot of sugar in them, so that's preserved them. But I have a good friend who I'm gonna write when I finish putting chocolate. I won't wait for it because now it's take about 45 minutes for them to cool down enough to put chocolate on it. I will put if I could put a picture on my Twitter not Twitter my YouTube community thingy dingy. I will put them up when they're done, because this was just to show how easy you can make a little nice coconut nut cake to you can enjoy. Again, it takes less than an hour to do it, and it takes 3 ingredients. All we need is this much: 4 egg whites, 175 grams of sugar, 200 grams of coconut flakes or desiccated coconut, whatever you call it, and a little dark chocolate for decoration. Then you're actually good to go. Then you put it all into a pot. You heat it till it's lukewarm, hand warm, and you form them in the amount you like into a kind of a top. And if you don't like the sticky fingers, you can always put some cold water on the finger, or the sticky substance will stick to you. But the cold water helps with that in all kind of ways. Not going there. And then you preheat the oven to 175, 347 Fahrenheit, and bake for 8 to 10 minutes. After 6 minutes, I like to turn the tins around, or the plates, or whatever you call it, around, so you get an even heat on it. And then you just melt the chocolate, dip the bottom in chocolate when they're cooled. Or you could drizzle the chocolate on top to make it look kind of fancy. You can do a lot of things, but I like this. It's an easy cake. It's a cake everyone could do. It's not like if you're baking a bread, then you have to know how to make yeast rise. You know how to make it rise for enough time, and how to put the make it the gluten. You have to knead it enough so the gluten develops and stuff like that. And
I ain't needing anything. No.
I won't cover it. It's just the bottom layer I will cover in chocolate, because that's kind of enough. So yeah, coconut nut. Yeah, Again, English is like my 5th, 6th, 7th language, and I don't speak Danish that well.
Hey, Wicked Psyched, I've never met you before, but yeah, we do. We seem like cousins. Wicked Psyched and Excited Utterance. We sound like we're related, huh?
Leap God, you do you. Again, every oven, that's another thing. I hate when you get a recipe. Then people say, well, you should bake it for 10 minutes at 300. And then you have a really big oven or really small oven, and the heat is different. And then people get angry because they say, mine didn't come out the same way. It's because every oven is different. That's why you start with a little shorter time, open, see if they're ready to go, turn it around, put it in, and then you can say, well, these need 2 minutes more, 3 minutes more. And remember, once it's out of the oven, it's still baking, it's still hot, so it would get more brownish, golden. So you don't have you don't bake them till they're real crispy, because then they will be drier than my humor.
Can you hear the dingoes outside?
Is that a dingo?
Yeah.
I'm
Dingo
not going
ate
to make
my
an
cake.
Australian accent and say something about dingoes and babies, because that would be
Off you go. Try. Oh, come on, try.
no, because then I'm a racist.
Oh.
Yeah,
You were already a
347.
racist, so
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Point taken.
that's already
A
happened
dingo ate me
this week.
baby.
So do it again.
A dingo ate me baby. No, that's more Scottish.
Yeah, that was a bit Scottish.
Yeah. So
I dingo ate my baby. I can actually, I've got an Australian accent. I can't even do that. Oh, I probably can. A dingo ate my baby. A dingo ate my baby. A dingo ate my baby. Yeah, I can say it.
and Cool Frog, it's always the proper way to turn it around and put it in again. It's that's just how you do it when you make cakes and other stuff. And you can tell the difference between a dog and a dingo, because I thought you just had Jamie's dogs running around in the backyard.
It sounds like Jamie's dogs, huh?
Yeah.
That was my dog. Can you tell the difference between a dog and a dingo? But yeah, the dingoes. Well, then I am playing with you guys. There's no dingoes here, but they sound completely different. They don't really sound like a dog barking. More kind of like happy kind of sound. But my dog looks a lot like a dingo. Actually, it's a German Shepherd, like a caramel color one. And when I take a photo of it and put it on the Discord, people are like, "You got a dingo for a pet?" Like, actually, no.
I don't think dingoes would attack an emu. Emu are pretty nasty. It's kind of like the raptors from Jurassic Park. Don't they have the big talons?
Who would win? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
pack-
they do. Actually,
a
what's
pack of
scarier
dingoes.
about them is their beak.
Oh, they attack, but yeah, and kangaroos,
Their beaks.
they beat you, they go for your stomach and try to rip that open.
They'll go with everything. Like kangaroos will go with they'll punch, and they'll also get you with their tail, and their back legs, they'll like whack with their back legs and like push at you. So they are really dangerous.
Yeah, and the big
Really,
ones, they
really
are really
dangerous.
big.
And like I was just saying to someone the other day on chat that they're bad for like car smashers. Like they smash into your car, like they'll jump out in front of you on the dark roads, and like people die. People get into these nasty smashes. My brother had one come into the front of his car and it smashed right in like he'd been like strapped into a tree.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Besitos de
Like a fart.
coconut kisses. Yeah, you could call them coconut kisses. I've seen some fluffy or pink thing in some American movie, and it looks kind of like those, but these are not made of foam. These are made with love. And see, Farrell knows everything about how to bake.
That's all. Yeah, she's just talking about baking. Okay.
Yeah, this is a baking stream. So,
it is.
and the pups are going crazy because of the dingoes. That's the funny thing
Yeah.
about talking to foreign people. You can tell us everything and we will believe it. We'll say, oh,
You're
that's a
foreign to
dingo.
me.
No, but we don't know Australia. Once, first of all, because it doesn't exist. But you can tell us everything. You could have
There is
told us
that.
that was a drop bear trying to attack you, and we would have thought, well, drop bears probably sound like that.
Well, they only drop out of trees if you shake them. And yeah, they will attack you because they have nasty claws and they don't particularly like to be bothered. So
I saw one got into a car, and it ripped that car to pieces. When he
the
tried to get
koala?
it out, yeah, it got nasty claws.
I'll find that video. I want that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it could be the ones
Nasty.
snowballs. There was some pink. There was some prison movie when someone were eating some pink thingies. Dingoes could be a made-up animal. We don't know anything about Australia.
Potentially. Just recently on one of we have an island where there's lots of dingoes. Like it's a sand island. It's pretty much all sand. And tourists go jogging along the beach there, and they've been told not to, but they still do it anyway. And yeah, just recently a lady got cornered by 3 or 4 dingoes. They came around her, and yeah, she was nearly mauled to death. It was pretty bad. Luckily, there were some people there.
It's kind of like nature is still nature. Just because you think you know everything, nature still thinks, well, that's food. And
oh yeah,
we see it all the time with people thinking, oh, I can just get out in the lion enclosure at the park to get a photo. Well, then the lion's gonna be fed that day.
that's the thing. You can't really blame them. And it's just like, if you bother them, they're going to come hurt.
Well,
Those
you are
macaroons, the pink things.
you are
snowballs.
really struggling with the internet right now. Those are macaroons. Well, macaroons is kind of like those small flat thing with a set. I never had a macaroon in my life because it became popular like 10 years ago in Denmark, and I thought it looked boring, and most of them is pre-made from some factory. So not many bakers make them in Denmark because more like a French thing.
French thing. Yeah.
But every time I go to visit my sister in Switzerland, I think, oh, this time I'm gonna have a macaroon. Try a real macaroon. And then I was standing at the McDonald's cafe and thinking, nope, that's just as pre-made as the one in Denmark. I'm not gonna buy that one. So it's just like
they're very trendy things, aren't they? Macaroons, like they're kind of like people who like macaroons are like, oh, I must have these particular macaroons from this particular outlet,
Yep.
and they do
It's
their
kinda
little
like-
French accent. Oh,
we have in Copenhagen. It's normal for a baker, if you're in a job and you might want to go and see if you should change your job to another bakery, you go and have a test bake. You work a day and see, well, do I like it here? Don't I like it here? I was at the one who supply us to the Royal Danish Court, and everyone liked to go in there and buy it because then they had the bag saying Royal thingy dingy on it, because of course they used it because they have a license from the royal house, so they could put it on the table, and those bags could be reused a lot of times when they went down to the local supermarket and got some shitty cake, and just because when you had that standing on your table, you know you paid 5 times too much for it. Yeah, I don't like macaroons either.
No, me neither. I like too sweet. Yeah, I don't like anything that's too sweet. Just gross.
I'm pretty sure it's kind of like back in the day when we started going to Spain. There's very popular to get a bottle of red wine with a basket around it. I can't remember the name, and everyone was, oh, this wine is the greatest wine ever. I just had it on Mallorca or wherever, Ibiza or wherever I've been on vacation. And then they came home and it tasted kind of like vinegar and everything bad. And it's because when you're in the right mindset on the holiday, everything is great. A macaroon with the if you're sitting on a small Paris cafe watching the Eiffel Tower with two people kissing under it who will later become murderers in Texas. Everything is great. You're on vacation. You'll experience something new. So this macaroon is the best cake you ever had. And then you realize it's just a sweet cake when you get back home.
It's just a bunch of sugar and flour.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
almond. It's almond and sugar mixed together,
Almonds.
and I think egg whites. I never tried making them. Yeah, my sister lives in Switzerland, so she's been down there for quite some time, 10, 15 years. So I have to go and help her take care of her kid.
Are you going to supply the recipe with the instructions somewhere, Baker? Did you say?
This one,
Yeah, other than just like now, so people have to pause it. Like, are you going to put it somewhere?
that's a good question. Should I write
Yes,
it down
isn't
in? I could probably write it down
sh-
in the
No,
in
no,
the
no. You take
whatever under the
JPEGs.
video.
No. You take JPEGs of this. Like, surely that's a JPEG, right? That you uploaded, true? That whatever it is that you
I
did
made
to
it on
make that.
Canva. I made it on Canva.
Yeah, okay. So you export that screen. You export the other screen.
Yeah, but yeah, I have them saved to my hard drive.
That's great. You just chuck those somewhere. Twitter, Discord, wherever you want to put them.
Oh, I can do that. It's so nice to have people who know internet thingies.
So in order for that to happen, or if you want to load the recipe from Baker, you need to follow him on Twitter. Hang on, let me put that in chat.
Yeah,
Like a good mod.
Baker Broken is my Twitter handle. Yeah, we call these macaroons. Yeah, but I don't know if it's directly translatable. Fel, it's your mind there's something wrong with. What your heart is filled with is what you hear.
I don't know what she's talking about, but you know, she probably
No, she's
distract herself from
her mind
reality.
is in the gutter, and that's when it's really
Mm.
really clean.
She's been hanging around Lefty too much.
Yeah, a real macaroon is almonds, sugar, and I believe egg whites, and then you put some kind of filling inside it. Normally, I think it's either chocolate or nougat. It's really, really, really sweet, and it's not my thing. I like something with a bit of bite to it. They're too mushy and boring. I know. Yeah, everyone should also go and follow Farrell. She does clips of all us pre-law tubers, and we say a lot of stupid things. So it's a fun channel to follow. I don't know which way you.
I haven't. Okay, listen. I haven't been caught by Feral yet, so I think you have a few times.
Yeah,
We'll see.
but it's because the translation. I don't speak English, so yeah. I
speak
think
English.
it's too coding. You're just left with this mouthfeel that's I don't like, and I like a cake where you can drink your coffee and then you're done. That's what I like. Maybe I can show off how it looks on the good camera.
Just waiting. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So we've been talking a little bit about Discord. You need to be a member of MLS Law Show in order to get onto the Discord, where Baker has some links and other information, as well as other great channels like Mo in the Deep End and Salvador Dali. Who else? Nick Starro is on there. Flux is on there. So there you go. There is MLS Law Show's link. Go over there and like, subscribe, and even consider becoming a member so you can get onto the Discord. There's my grift.
Yeah, but this is the kind of final product. We now just need a little chocolate on the bottom. I don't like to bake them too brown because if you're gonna put it in a cake tin, they'll dry out too fast.
Wow.
So this is how, and I don't know. It's kind of big. It's enough for 1 cup of coffee and a talk with your mother-in-law. So that it's firm, but it's still kind of nice and soft in the middle. Come on, kind of nice and soft in the middle.
Amazing.
So, mm-hmm. I shouldn't have
It's
eaten
not.
that.
It's not nice to eat in front of guests.
I made enough. You can just join me. Well, I made enough. Everyone can just. There are 20 people here. There are more than 20 cakes. You can just show up.
Macarons. No. Coconut drops.
What's the marshmallow on a wafer covered in chocolate called marshmallow on a wafer? We don't really do marshmallows. You think about the ones you made at the fire when you're out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
There are things you
Right.
put on a cracker and melt. S'mores?
No, that's just a marshmallow and you chuck it like next to a fire, right?
Yeah, but then you put it on
Oh,
a
we're not
graham
Americans.
cracker, and it's kind of en tynd vaffel. Du ved, ligesom når vi er til is.
Shelly!
Hey, Jungmin, you missed the show. You have to go back and rewatch. And I was hoping you were baking along so you could tell me if you could make it better than mine. So, pinwheels. I never heard about that.
A pinwheel. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so biscuit with a layer of, we call it jam, but in America they call it jelly. This red stuff with sugar. A layer of marshmallow, and then it's all covered in chocolate. Am I right, chat?
When I Google a pinwheel, that's something to yeah, it's to roll across the skin. Oh, it's from that side. Yeah, it's not the same. If the website is called sinful.dk, it's probably not something. Yeah. Let's just
Chris Mullen. We call it a wagon wheel here because we got 2 layers of biscuit, and there's marshmallow and jam, or you would call it jelly, and it's all covered in chocolate. The wagon wheel. Just so you all needed to know that. We're dying to know that.
Cookie marshmallow covered in chocolate. It sounds like I could gain 20 pounds on those in a weekend. So, but that's funny. Sometimes I watch these watch me eat stuff from other countries' channels, and it's funny to see what people eat in other countries and see as snack, because in the Nordic countries everything could not get enough licorice or salmiak taste. It's salt, licorice, and salmiak. We love that.
And what?
And what?
What's the last thing that you said? Salt, licorice, and what?
Salmiak. It tastes kind of like something you clean your house with. It's really
nice.
strong, and we eat it from really small. You can get we call it Boy Scout powder. When I was younger, you just had it in a small tub like this, and it's all the it's gonna eat your nose out if someone tried to do what you do with Colombian marching powder. Not that I have ever done that, but and then you get the brown bookies after doing it.
I'm sorry, but you haven't been watching the Jensen trial, have you?
Nope.
Right, clearly not, because you know what Mark Jensen called his penny?
His little Jensen.
Oh, Boy Scout.
Ew.
I'm sorry, like when you said Boy Scout, I was like, how did you not know that we've all been talking about Boy Scout being Mark Jensen's penny?
I'm sorry. I'm not that smart.
Oh, you just haven't been watching. It's okay. It's okay. But he, yes, he's been having his sexy emails back and forth and talking about his Boy Scout.
This
Yes.
this is what I talked about, Farrell. This one. This is what you get kids when they're young. It's spider snooze, Boy Scouts snuff, the one you. And it's a licorice and salmiak powder. That's really good. It's we like that.
Spider snooze.
Yeah.
What
That's,
does it do to you? Does it make you go to sleep?
No, it's candy. You just eat it. You can.
Oh.
And kids would never have the idea to try to emulate what they've seen on movies with those kind of
No,
things.
they never would.
No, I
so-
never did.
Spider snooze. It sounds like a sleeping drug, like snooze. You know.
Spider
Snooze.
is Boy Scout. A snooze is
But
I don't know what you call it in English. It's old time when you had tobacco, you sniffed in.
like snuff.
Yes, it's Boy Scout snuff. It sounds kind of like a dirty movie you don't want to see.
It really does.
Yeah, and it's really licoricey and salmiakky. So that's what you give kids in Denmark because we don't like kids, or we
Does
really
it knock
like
them
them.
out?
No. It's great. Everyone likes them, and you can have lollies with them too.
It's sweet. Or did you say it was salty?
It's salted licorice and salmiakky powder.
Fuck. Okay. This
And you
doesn't
can have
sound
it.
good at all.
You can have it with I have to figure out. I have to see this one and this one, and then I can move this up. This is lollies with it, and then they're really sweet on the outside, and then you get into the middle, and then you
Yeah.
have this powder in them. You always try to give that to someone who's from another country because they think, oh, it's a sweet lolly, and then you bite into the middle, and it's kind of like stepping into hell if you don't like licorice. So
And you like laugh at the foreign person.
well, we're trying to share our culture, and
Yeah.
and Danish people like stuff like that. The more licorice, the better. Oh, what's the last one we always give them? It's called. I don't know if it's still called this because. Yeah,
Ammonium
this is the
chloride.
stuff. This is the stuff.
God, Mads.
This, I
Yeah,
believe,
Chris,
Mads,
like handing Vegemite to a tourist. Yeah.
if you ever come to Denmark, buy these. It's Turkish pepper.
Oh God.
And again, it's a bonbon, kind of sweet on the outside, and in the middle is just liquid death. And it's something you give
As in
like
chili.
yeah, kind of, but licorice and this salmiak it's you use it to clean stuff, and why we eat it I don't know, but every Dane loves it.
This thing
It's
you're talking about, this somniac or whatever it is. Okay, it sounds lethal.
It is.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
It's the salty black licorice. It's the really bad one. Yeah, when I was younger, we used to mash these up and put them in vodka. and they taste really
Okay.
good. And then after, and because it's really strong in the flavor, you just buy the cheapest vodka you can ever find, and they
Yeah.
make them better.
And
I
and
can't
how do
call
you
them
feel
what
the
you
next
call
day?
great. You have the
Yeah,
worst
just good.
hangover
Yeah.
ever. Yeah, Lagerol. If you need licorice, if you like licorice, buy some Lagerol. They have them in all different kinds of flavors. But Danes really like licorice. I don't know why, but then people start putting it into baked goods. I didn't like that one. I think that's weird. But that's
I don't mind
that.
licorice, but yeah, not in great amounts. And I hate aniseed. I hate like aniseed flavor is such.
Yeah, it's the best part is when you get to the middle and everything just because it blows up your sinuses. Everything opens up when you eat that. It's oh, we have these too. They are great. They're with
So
extra
it's
salt.
I believe.
You can these are known as you can get the regular version of these. They're called chalks, and that's licorice with a white coating of some sugary substance. But then you can have these ones, and they are with the extra licorice. And if you don't like yourself, just eat some of them. Then you hate yourself because it's all the. And again, we love them. Hey, Lefty.
How many
Sup
would you eat? Letty's here. Hello.
of those?
You're a bit later
I
than
don't.
Cheryl.
If I had a movie night, I could eat a lot. So, um, I like to drink gammeldansk, not aquavita. We call aquavita snaps. Gammeldansk
Schnapps.
is like it's as herb spice. I really like that one. You drink it in the morning before you go fishing, or when you eat your buns, and it's really great. Not you have to learn about it and try it sometimes, but after a couple or 3 bottles, it's fine. Yeah, you eat it until the bag is empty. That's the rule.
Those black things. We're talking
Yeah,
about those black
everything.
things.
Yeah.
Are they
And you
sweet?
might no, they're salty as
They're not.
everything. And we don't get the. Do you know Hershey's? The chocolate
Look, I
from
don't
you.
like Hershey's chocolate. Yeah,
No,
it's
because
too sugary.
yeah,
But
and they have
yeah.
I don't know what Americans. There's the same thing in it as there's in Parmesan. The toy lady taste. And
The
and
what?
I don't like Hershey's, but I don't know how to call it, but there's the same chemical substance as that makes a kind of shit taste. Not too much, but there's Americans have a strange way to make chocolate.
They do. It tastes really different. It's not nice. Sorry, Americans. You don't know how to make chocolate.
Gammeldansk is the best ever. It's so great, but you have to learn to
Like
drink
the
it. I don't.
Belgians, they can make chocolate.
You should come with me to Switzerland.
I'm sure the Swiss can make good chocolate. We've got good chocolate here too. But,
Yeah, but
I mean, Belgians.
Swiss and Belgians are kind of known for their chocolate.
Sure.
So, but everyone,
I mean,
now,
yeah.
yeah, I'm now I have shown you how to make an easy Danish cake. I hope everyone was following along. Or if you didn't follow along, I've just been told I can put things on the internet, so you can read along, write along, whatever it is. Canuba wax. Maybe it's canuba wax. I don't know, but yeah, it's too
What's
sweet and it
canuba
has a
wax?
strange taste. We like kind of the round milky thing in our chocolates, and
Yeah.
you don't get that in American chocolates.
American chocolate has this weird aftertaste.
Yeah, and it could be that canuba wax. I never heard about that, but it's the
Maybe.
it's kind of like a toilet thing. It has the same. It hits the same receptors in the mouth as
A
shit.
toilet.
As shit. I can't explain it, but But you have the same in Parmesan. Parmesan hits the same notes as well. But you don't think about it because you're associated with something else. So yeah, and it could be the
How do you-
extensive use of corn
How do you know
syrup
what that tastes like? I don't
because
understand.
it's chemistry.
Right.
You have to learn a little bit about food chemistry when you're a baker. So
I see. You
so
understand
but
what she tastes like.
yeah, so people don't know why they like Parmesan because Parmesan doesn't really taste great, but when you just heat it enough and it releases, it's the umami flavor. It releases all the other flavors with
Oh,
it.
the savory flavor.
Yeah. So and again,
Yeah.
it's hitting all the same things as Fjord
Mm.
in your
Mhm.
taste buds. So if you're out of Parmesan, you could maybe substitute it with something else. I wouldn't recommend it, but
What is Parmesan? Sorry,
Parmesan
I'm like,
cheese.
what are you talking about? Oh, cheese, right? Parmesan.
When you grate it on with your
I just wanted to be sure. I thought you meant Parmesan cheese, but I was like, you're saying it in a
Parmesan.
weird way, and you could mean something else.
It's because I've been to Italy once, so I don't know.
Right. Oh, like, I don't know. I'm just being sure because you're professional.
Yeah, and what do I know about cheese? I'm a baker, not a cheese maker. But everyone, we tried this out. It's kind of working, and I have to figure out some thingy things. If you like it, please write it in the comments, or if I should change something, or if I never ever should do it again. Yeah, 20 people here. Everyone who comes back for the rewatch, please write in the comments if and what I can change, and if you want to see this again, because I'd like to do more stuff like this, but I have to know what to improve, and I know I have to translate the recipes into freedom units and stuff like that. I know this was the first time. This first times they are always a bit fast, a bit awkward. Sometimes it hurts. I didn't burn myself today, so it didn't hurt. So hopefully we can do it again. And if you have any suggestions for something easy, I'm not gonna make a 20-layer cake and stuff like that. Something that everyone could cook along with at home. Maybe I could the next time I could put the ingredients up before, maybe do a pre-stream talking about gonna do this tomorrow or something like that, and then somebody could bake along at home, or maybe EU could bake along, or anything. Any suggestions you have, please go and write
You
it in
don't want
the
me
comments.
baking anything.
Well, maybe I can teach you how to bake. I have taught many a person. My kids won't bake with me because I yell at them, because I go into I'm gonna make money mode on when I'm baking, even after these many years. Liebgott, I'll make konsekage. That's a New Year's recipe. I always make it at New Year's. You don't make it. You don't make it at other times of the year. Maybe if you have a special celebration, but I kind of make 6.6 pounds of it for my family at New Year's. So I will be making konsekage, but that will be a New Year's stream. If you look in the background of this picture, that's konsekage. I could probably do something like maybe does this. That's not that one. I can remove.
Is it like a fruitcake with? We're both gone. Oh no, I'm here on my
Yeah,
own.
I took us
I'm
down
not-
because the small ones in back is called konsekage stykker, konsekage pieces, and that's the kind of thing you eat at at midnight at New Year's. And yeah, that's the thing. Cupcakes. Well, cupcakes are kind of easy, but we could maybe think about decorating cupcakes, because put some frosting on it, or something, because whipping
Can we
together
put people's
it's
faces
easy.
on cupcakes?
Could
Can we make a bake a cupcake and a mug cupcake and a feral cupcake?
well, feral looks like this to me. It's not
Yeah.
really a thing. I can
That's fine.
Yeah.
I reckon like a dagger in red on black.
Yeah, I could just put a knife into that cupcake. That would.
Yeah. That would be. Maybe we can have suggestions beforehand as to what each person's cupcake would look like.
Yeah, and I love what's decorating. I know, again, as I said an hour ago, I'm not really great at decorating, but I can do stuff and I can try to figure something out. But every suggestion you can come up with, and if you like the idea about maybe having the recipe so you can bake along and stuff like that, and you can write me in chat, why does all of my things look so much better than yours? It's because you're a better baker than I. And then I will just be crying in a fetal position off camera, and then I'll come back and say, well, you probably did something wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
I showed you one of my recipes today, and the big problem is all my recipes is hanging on my fridge, handwritten, and I have the handwriting of a doctor.
To you.
Yeah, you can't read anything I
Whilst we're
write.
at it,
Yeah, please, if you have the opportunity, go and help Zachariah Anderson out. So, but everyone, and especially you, EU, I know it was more than last minute notice. We have to figure this out, and next time I will try to set it up a few days before. I went to the store yesterday, got angry there was no trial on today, so I coupled
Oh.
this stream together just because I
You did
like you
good.
people, and
You did really good.
if it gets some views and if it gets some comments, we might do it again, and then I'll figure out how to upload the recipes somewhere on
Yeah.
Twat or
Just
on
give me
Discord.
half an hour's notice and I'll get out of bed and actually do my makeup and stuff, you know.
Well,
like
you're always looking better than me, but that's a really low bar to get over. But everyone, go and watch. I think is Dylan still
I think
still?
Nick's on and Dylan might be on too.
I can't see. Boom, boom, boom.
I can have a look.
I can see Dylan is on, and
Dylan's on, is he? Oh yeah, he did say he was on.
yeah, and I think he has a smaller channel, and I like to. I know everyone loves Nick,
Yeah.
and everyone is already subscribed to Nick,
Of
but
course.
I can't.
No.
I can redirect you, but if you like to watch a little crime to get off all this sugary stuff, please just stop by Dylan and say Baker says hi. Then I would be really happy, and then you can go to Nick's and say, "Hey, Baker said hi," because that I like to help the smaller channels out because people like Nick and David helped me out when I was small, and we should all give them some love.
Dylan's a
because
great guy.
Yeah, and he's really he's doing some great content, but he hasn't got as many eyes on him as he might deserve, and I thought we could do that. Well, that was
great.
all I was trying to do, making something informative, entertaining, and fun. I even had, if no one would show up, I had words on stream ready to go, so you can be entertained while I was running around and moving everything. So hopefully, if you like it, tell me. I will do it again. I'll find something stupid else to bake at some point. I will put the pictures of the finished product on Twitter, and if I can figure it out, the recipes and how to do it. I don't know what that's called. The progression you do it, the way you do it.
Progression, the method you mean?
Yeah, how which step you should take.
Yeah, that's the method.
The method.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, thanks a bunch that you showed up and helped me with my virgin stream baking. And EU chat, I will see you all later.